here. So can we fire that up?
We can. Janet, thank you so much. Please do fire up your that Community Solutions candle. I've seen it in conversations now. And thank you, Janet Childs, for joining us for our first Mindfulness Matters Give Me Five. Janet, you want to tell us about that candle?
Absolutely. So this candle is just the representation of our light that we are for each other, for the people we serve, and for our community. And just to remind each other that resilience is calling upon each other's light when we need it and building that light into us so that we don't have to do it alone.
Thank you, Janet. I have to say that you bring so much love and peace to the space, whether it's virtual or in person. And I have experienced that actually over the years, just working in the field and through your work at Bill Wilson Center, and then especially as you have befriended and supported us after the Garlic Festival shooting. And so we're so appreciative at Community Solutions of your friendship and your ongoing support of us. So here's some questions to kind of talk about.
You have it forever.
Thank you. Oh, we're so excited to have you forever. So the first one is, what does mindfulness mean to you, Janet?
Mindfulness is awareness to me. It's being aware of our body, being aware of our heart, being aware of our surroundings, and being aware of our spiritual, space that we are in. So it's being total awareness and total attention paid. And I believe with mindfulness, when we are able to do that, we are then able to address whatever is going on in our lives, in our body, in our hearts, in our relationships.
So kind of along that line, how do you believe that mindfulness helps to support us when we are going through stress or trauma in our lives?
So when we're going through stress and trauma, we sometimes need support in helping us get to the present moment. So, for example, critical incident stress management is all about getting you in a safe place. And that's the key thing, in a safe place, a safe environment where we can allow you to be with each other or even just be with yourself in the present moment, addressing, acknowledging, and expressing what is going on for you right now. And everything is focused on what's happening right now and how can we support you right now in getting through it. And so the power of being in the present moment puts us from out of control to in control. And when we are in control, we are feeling more empowered. And also, when we do a group critical incident stress response, it helps us to gather together with our work family, our coworkers, which are very much like our home family. We might even spend more time with them than we even do with our family at home, even during pandemic times, because we work together. And that gives us a chance to give each other that light that we talked about and give each other that awareness that we are not alone. And that takes us out of isolation and brings us into community.
I so appreciate that. And that was my next question was about CISM. So I'm glad you went there. Critical incident stress management. And we know you have some workshops coming up for us at Community Solutions that we're encouraging all employees to attend. Because do I have to be a therapist who had a big crisis with a client in order to benefit from CISM?
Not at all. You just simply have to be a person that is willing to give of their heart, energy, and support to the person in crisis. And so, what critical incident stress management is about is really critical incident stress response. How do we respond to the stresses, the griefs, and the losses in our lives? So, for example, at Community Solutions, you are on the front lines every day dealing with people that are facing loss. I would say that 80 to 90% of your counseling and support is grief counseling. So, critical incident stress management is bringing it to the present moment, acknowledging what is happening, giving people a chance in a safe environment, and this is so important, to express it, then helping them to devise and develop an action step, such as what we have done just today, this morning. We have lit the candle. And then reconnecting to what is still good in our lives, reconnecting to what still has power, what still has energy, and still can give us support. And by doing these 4 steps together, We're breaking down the walls of isolation, coming into community. And there's not a goal to fix you or make you better. This is not therapy. And I just want to make that very clear. This is not therapeutic. We're not changing your behavior or changing your responses. We're simply honoring, acknowledging, allowing you to express it, and then developing an action step where you can make meaning out of the pain. We're not going to take away the pain, but we can help you make meaning from it.
Yeah. And it's peer led, right? So it's because, it's so important, I think, as we talk about mindfulness or SISM or stress or the hard work that we do, that it's everyone. It's our admin staff who are at the front desk. It's our staff who may be in billing or facilities. It's everyone that are all part of the therapeutic process and who can be impacted, whether it's at work or just the stressors of home right now, where this us as an agency instituting critical incident stress management teams, right? To support each other through those difficult times with, as you said, just support, not therapy, not debriefing the incident to talk about what happened, but just supporting.
Right. Exactly right. And I want to also offer that you are the best support for and with each other because you understand the job, because you're a coworker that does the job. And I thank you for bringing that up. This is so powerful. Facilities, anybody on the job has the ability to be a critical incident responder. Anyone, that works at Community Solution can be that support for each other because you understand the daily stressors of your job. Working in a nonprofit agency, working in the community, you understand that's a completely unique work environment that only your coworkers get it. So you could go home and explain it to your family members or loved ones or friends. They're not going to really get it like a coworker will. And so in training just a couple of simple techniques, we can create that safe place for each other.
You can see here I'm balancing my unpaid coworkers that are here that are home with me. So I appreciate that that sort of sneak preview to SISM and hope as many of our staff as possible attend so they can learn more about it and decide if they'd like to be part of our SISM
Yes.
building. So
And
yes, go ahead.
And I would just offer that it creates this infinity of giving and receiving. That's kind of my little terminology for it. The more we can give that support and the more we are open to receiving that support, we build resiliency by that flow of the infinity of giving and receiving. And that can be done no better than with critical incident stress management. So I'm looking forward to us creating our team at Community Solutions. I believe it's going to be a model for, nonprofit agencies around the country. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Of course, thank you. We're so excited to do that. I love that giving and receiving that came to mind some of our agency values at Community Solutions of compassion and of unity, of collaboration. So
yes,
Janet, sort of more of a fun one. What is one of your go-to mindfulness practices that you do for yourself?
One of my go-to mindfulness practices is this. I go out for a walk. Getting out in nature is incredibly helpful for me, incredibly healing. And I actually do what I call walk talk, which is something you can do for and with each other, with masks on, practicing physical distancing. But it's also something you can do solo for yourself. And you simply ask the question, what's hitting me the hardest right now? What do I need to get through it right now? And you actually have a dialogue where you're building resiliency in this moment, out in nature, receiving the wonderful energy that our beautiful planet has to give to us.
I love that, Janet. Thank you so much. And thanks for taking the time to be with me today. And we will see you next week at our first.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
I'm so excited.
I am too. I'll see you then. Bye.